Hey everybody, my name is Amazon Rex, and welcome back to the Survive series here on the AstraeaSMP server. Last we left off, we built two new buildings here in the Fishbowl Oasis. This one over here on the left with the orange roof, and this one over here on the right with all of the vines. We also did install some haunted house sounds. Let's see if we can... Nice. But I think what we're going to focus on today is, not so much on the cliff, but a little more out in the desert area. You'll see over here, I'm going to remove the sandstone blob here, but you'll see over here that I went ahead and removed the frog dome where DSTS was breeding all of his frogs. And I think we're going to place a build here. And then if we have some time, I might do a build up here as well. So one of the blocks that I need for this build is the resin block, both the block and the clumps, and someone has found a pale garden here on the server, but it's 10,000 blocks away in the nether, and I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna go see if we can find one a little bit closer. I'm the only one online, so there's no, need to worry about lagging the server out for other people. Hopefully the next scene will be me finding a pale garden. If not, we'll figure something out. Okay, I have just found a pale garden. I am looking for a creaking heart. From what I understand, if you hit the creaking, it will generate resin clumps onto nearby blocks. So I'm going to, I'm gonna try to find a creaking tonight. I'm a little nervous. I've never dealt with the creaking before, but I am familiar with Slenderman mechanics. So I think I can. Oh no, that's the eye blooms. Oh, they're so pretty. Hello, Mr. Creaking. Are you here? Oh no! He's here! Oh, he's so creepy! Okay, where's your heart, buddy? Oh, it's right there, isn't it? Ooh, I don't like that. Okay. He's so creepy! Don't tell me there's two of them. I'm gonna have a real bad time if there's two of them. It's pointing at this tree, right? There's two of them. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh! Oh, I see it. Okay. I might be in danger. Just see the resin. Yes. Creepy. I guess that's the point, isn't it? Stop it. So cool. Oh, hey. Oh, real close. I like little heartbeat sounds. No. Oh, found it. Okay, I need to silk touch this. Please don't attack me. Does it have to be an axe? Man. I saw that. Hey, buddy. Here? Looks promising. Okay. Oh, because that wasn't my silk touch tool. That's why. I'm a silly little goose. It's painful. This is nerve-wracking. Did I get it? I didn't. Am I maybe stupid? Maybe it does have to be an axe. Maybe I picked it up and I'm just not seeing it. No. All right, let's find another friend. Bird. Don't. Really don't. Cool. Oh. Woo, friendo, hello. See it? Okay. All right. Hey, bud. Hey, we're cool, right? Nope. This is that's neat. So, okay, I guess that didn't work. Maybe it does have to be an axe. I hope I could craft one otherwise. I'm gonna be just a little upsetty spaghetti. Okay, so apparently we could just do this. And then do this. Great. All right. We got what we came here for. Let's head back to the desert. Let's see what we can do with this bad boy. All right, back at the desert. Mission accomplished. Let's get building. this is kind of a nice view coming out from the storage room. You know, too bad we're going to be placing a building here to break that up. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a fly out here. And here it is, our iron furnace and our first bit of industry here at the Fishbowl Oasis. We do also have this big old scaffolding here. We'll kind of talk about that here in a moment and why exactly that's here. Let's actually start the tour underneath, and I want to point out this weird little hay bale structure here. I learned recently that campfire smoke goes up 10 blocks in height, but if you place it on top of a hay bale, it will go up 24 blocks in height instead. The reason specifically I went ahead and did that, because if we look underneath here, we have this combination of resin and magma blocks here. You know, I thought the resin blocks looked almost like a hotter version of the magma block, and I wanted to incorporate them into this build. If you've ever watched a campfire, you'll notice that the cooler parts of it actually put off more smoke, so I placed the hay bales underneath the magma blocks to indicate that. And it's a little extra, but I thought it was a fun detail. Looking at the furnace itself, again, we have the kind of sandstone theme going on like we do similarly to, you know, every other build here. We've got a little bit of brick and polished granite. I placed these decorated pots on the corner. I thought they looked kind of fun. They added a little bit of dimension, and they blend well with these kind of 2 blocks we've got going on here. Moving up, we have these kind of chains and levers. I thought that they added something a little bit more interesting to the build. We have these chiseled copper blocks. Climbing up here to the top and getting a closer look, we do have these stained glass panes and blocks. I wanted to try both the, you know, normal campfire smoke particles and the stained glass. This is my first time, you know, using them. I thought it turned out okay. I can certainly use more practice with that, but we'll get there when we get there. One really cool thing I wanted to point out about this build is the use of the resin clumps on these glass blocks. 100% credit to DSTS on this. You know, it kind of looks like there's hot ash or, you know, something kind of coming out of the top of the furnace. It's actually kind of cool looking. Moving over here to this scaffolding, I was looking at diagrams of these old iron furnaces. I'll go ahead and throw one up here on the screen, but if you look at it structurally, it looks pretty similar, not 100%, but if you look up here, you'll notice this guy loading the fuel, the coal, the coke up at the top of the furnace. So when I saw that, I thought I should probably try to make this a little more true to form. So I whipped up this 3-layer scaffolding here. It's mostly made of dark oak. We've got campfires working as the platforms, and we have a little bit of armor stands out here to help kind of sell that there are actually people working here. We got the foreman yelling up to the guys at the top, and we'll go see them in a second. We've got this double pulley system, bringing the minecarts up, full of coal, bringing them back down when they're empty. So we've got this guy here working the pulley system. Really proud of the fact that I thought to use the yellow leather helmets. I thought that they kind of worked well as construction hard hats. I thought that was kind of neat. We have a couple ladders over here made of the hanging signs. Unfortunately, they are not functional, so we'll be using good old scaffolding to get up to the top. We've got a couple guys up here. This guy is hauling the coal to be loaded into the furnace up via pulley. And we have another guy over here loading coal from this almost empty cart. I'm very scared to get near here because I will bump that minecart and ruin everything. But, you know, we got a couple of arbor stands and item frames and such, kind of give off the illusion that coal is actually being loaded into this furnace. I don't know. This was a lot of fun. I think that we have a lot more that we could do out over in this area. It might be nice to... All right. I think it might be nice to have a tent over here with some shade, some seating, some water barrels. Because, you know, loading a furnace is hard work. Doing so in a desert is probably much, much more taxing. And one thing you will notice about these guys is that none of them have any heads. Or they don't have any heads yet. We'll go ahead and take care of that during today's build break. And speaking of build break, I think now is a good time to go ahead and jump into that. We'll take a look at some of the new shops in the shopping district. I have a couple clips of me finding some parrots on the way back from the Pale Garden. And of course, we will probably be getting some heads for these workers here. Let's go ahead and get started. Today's build break starts out with me kind of fangirling over this build at the docks by Rozzy. Look at this. It's so charming. I love these sandstone, the pale oak, and the combination with the warped wood and the copper. The pink and the copper work so well together. I really like this color combination. And I know she's still kind of working on it, it looks like, but look at this. This is gonna look fantastic once it's all said and done. This is kind of like the little boardwalk of stalls that people can kind of use, and they can sell their goods or whatever they want to sell. And this looks great. Rozzy, this is fantastic. This is beautiful, cute. It's so charming. This is gonna look fantastic once it's all done. I'm really excited to see where this is going. I also decided to swing by the rocket shop that was built by Randy recently. Oh, he's got the armor stands going on. I'm jealous. That's so cute. I love the window display here. Got Rocket. There he is, selling his wares. Ooh. Oh, okay. I missed this. Oh, okay. This is a really cool shop. I like the nether brick kind of pop of color here, along with the mangrove as well. And upstairs employees only. Oh, no, I won't peek. I'll be good. Ooh, look up here too. I like the ceiling. This is just a really well put together build. I really like it. Ooh, and I do like the use of, I'm guessing like these are ASCII characters of these signs here. That's a really good idea. This is a beautiful build all around. Good texturing. The use of the iron bars in there coming together really well. After promising myself that I wouldn't get distracted on the way home from the Pale Garden, I immediately got distracted by 2 parrots in the jungle. Okay, first try. I was just joking. We got first try. Oh no, Mr. Skeleton, no. Okay, first try. Okay, that's much more expected. Hey, Mr. Green. What is happening? Oh no, is he in pain? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, hi. Come on, let's get out of here. Oh no. No. What in the fresh animations is going on here? Oh. Please never do that again unless I need you to. Come back. Is that another poodle? Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm glad this is here. Oh no, I don't want to be here. Oh, this is the last place I want to be with my exclamation point parrots. Well, I guess we're getting home manually. I came up with a pandemonium of parrots, and today I learned that a group of parrots can be referred to as a pandemonium. In my journey to get heads for the iron workers, I saw that OldSchlegdawg was online and thought I would ask him really nicely for his head. Oh, there he is. No, that's a villager. Oh, this place is actually really cool. I've never really stopped by here. Oh, there he is. Oh, he has no idea we're here. Yeah, no clue. I do like his armor trim, though. Dog has a really cool means of using blocks in that, uses them in combinations that I never thought to use. Let's see, like, this is cool. This is a really neat little building. He's doing an excellent job over here. Oh, I got distracted by how cool his base was and I lost him. Dog, where are you? Under my village. Why? Come outside. I just want to talk. No, get back! I'm putting up a fight at least. My work here is done. I then saw CreativeVillages in the shopping district and figured I'd also ask nicely for her head. Beautiful. Perfect. Safety first over here. We got OldSchlegdawg running the empty pulley over here. And we got CV as the foreman, and yeah, this was accidental, but now she's kind of lifting her helmet to, get a little airflow underneath to her noggin, I guess. Okie doke, and that will do it for the build break. I'll have to go get more heads in between episodes. We'll definitely be doing a lot more armor stand stuff around the oasis, so, we're gonna need a lot of heads. So, for right now, we have our iron furnace over there, and I think we're gonna do one more big build for today. You may have noticed that this section of the cliff here has been extended from where it was previously, and this is where we would be building a tavern for the town. I figured that the people working over there at the Iron Forge needed a place for some good food and drink at the end of a hard day's work. So, as you can see, we got our materials right here. Let's go ahead and jump into another time lapse, and I'll talk about lessons learned from this week. This week I have two kind of smaller lessons. The first one, funnily enough, is striking while the iron is hot. A couple of weeks ago, I was looking up trees that I could build in the desert, and I found one called a desert ironwood tree. Minor spoilers, these are the trees that we'll be building here around the oasis. And with the ironwood trees, I thought, well, what else iron? Well, how about an entire iron industry? How about a big old-timey iron furnace? What about a place for the workers to go after they've been working all day? What other kind of stories can we tell here? Anyway, long story short, when lightning strikes and you get an idea, it's easy to dive straight down into the details of that one thing. Be sure to take some time to think about what other cool ideas that can work in conjunction. It's easy to focus on the depth of one thing. Take some time for the breadth as well. The second lesson for the week is more of a reminder. Be kind to yourselves. Things have been weird and a little scary in my personal life and everywhere else for that matter. This is just a gentle reminder for everybody out there. Take a few sips of water, go for a walk, or open a window if you can to get some fresh air. Treat yourself to 30 whole seconds of nothing but breathing. Just be good to yourselves, okay? Okay. I think we're in a really good stopping point for today. I built a little bit more than I intended to, which, you know what? Fine. It looks great. I'm really excited to show this off. So let's go ahead and start by flying out. And here we are. Here is the tavern, and you'll notice a few other accoutrements around the area, but we're actually going to start down here, Over here, you'll see we have a couple of brick archways for the entryway, some acacia trapdoors to work as the trim, and we have some worked wood up here on the roof. I thought that, that worked really well with these kind of warmer colors down here. A couple little plants and planters out the front, with a couple of entry rugs, and then heading into the bar itself. Oh my goodness, it is an interior, or, like whispers of an interior, like LaCroix of interior decor, if you will. But anyway, we've got a few tables here. We have a bar height table over here with a couple of stools, and over here, the bar, nothing behind it for now. I'll probably do this between episodes, but I'm thinking of having like a little cook area, having a couple of kegs of taps and like some sinks for cleaning and all that stuff. And we'll probably use a villager instead of an armor stand as the bartender. I feel like it would add a little bit more life to this area. And over here along the wall, we have this little mural here of a sunrise or a sunset. This is on the northern wall, so it could be either. It's up to interpretation. But I thought this added a nice little pop of color here, and it gave me an excuse to use the pink terracotta. I've been trying to use blocks that I don't see normally in a lot of builds and trying to incorporate them here and there into this oasis build, but it makes a really nice kind of layer in this sunrise or the sunset, whatever you want to call this. Moving to the outside, heading around the side and up these stairs here, yet another rooftop patio. We'll be adding furniture eventually. That way, if somebody gets their food downstairs and they want to hang out outside and enjoy the views of the oasis, they certainly can do that. Heading back down the path here really quick, I added just a couple little bit more details just for fun. We've got this wood pile. I'm thinking of adding 1 or 2 fire pits outside, as it does get cool in the desert at night, and a fire pit would be nice and warm. And then we also have this little set of windchimes. It doesn't add a whole lot to the area, but I thought it was cute. It was just an idea that I had. Just a pressure plate and some end rods here with the armor poser mod. Just, it's cute. I thought it was fun. Turning around and down these stairs here over by the sniffers, we have this path going through the sand. I've been racking my brain for so long. Like, what am I going to use as a pathing block here in the desert? When I went over to the shopping district recently, and Devin actually found this kind of hack, if you will, of using sandstone stairs and just placing them upside down. I was over here, quietly lamenting to Mojang, like, oh, why don't we have sandstone bricks? And then Devin is just like, oh, we have sandstone bricks at home. But yeah, this path leads from the sniffers, kind of cuts its way in front of the tavern, and makes its way through the desert over here to the iron furnace. And of course, along the path, you'll notice this tree here. I really like the shape of this particular tree because, it has that kind of swoop that goes over the path here and shades it. But we have this tree. We got another tree back here as well. And then we do have another one over here by the monument to the village founder. These trees are based off of the desert ironwood tree. I'll show some images up here on the screen. These type of trees grow primarily in the southwestern portion of the United States and in the Sonoran Desert in Baja California. The wood from this tree is actually very dense, so it's difficult to process. It's mostly used for sculptures and handles and other artisanal purposes. This is the second week in a row, the second video in a row where I have, just spat out a bunch of tree facts. Be sure to subscribe for more tree facts with Sam. Taking a closer look at the tree itself, you'll notice it's just, we got our tough blocks. I did want to try to incorporate some diagonals into these trees because if you look at real trees, not all of them have adjacent branches. So just kind of playing around with that right there. Then we have the oak fences as the branches. And let me see if I could get up there and find one. You'll see, yes, we have these sea pickles a la pearlescent moon. And, if you really think about it, it's actually a big brain idea. It does introduce that kind of negative space to the tree, but it also allows you to have a surface to place other blocks against. So it makes building trees and placing leaves a lot easier. So major shout out to Pearl because, again, that is a big brain move and it made building this tree a lot easier. And then a couple of other fun small details. We have, of course, this bench kind of hanging underneath this palm tree here with one of these goobers. I got to figure out names for all of these parrots. And then we do have this other bench here with a little bit more armor stand magic. We just got a couple of armor stands here working as the legs for this bench. But I noticed that this area at the end of the last episode was looking kind of empty. And I'm like, well, what can I put here? Well, we'll put a tree, obviously. And then I just kind of built this thing on the fly. I figured it'd be nice, if somebody does make the winding trek all the way up here to this monument, it might be nice to have a place to take a load off and, lock eyes with this lovely creature. But yeah, I'm just tickled with how everything is turning out here. Especially at the end of every episode, I like to, kind of look and reflect and think about where we've been. And it's been kind of fun to see just this flat, kind of boring desert be transformed into something really beautiful. And it's actually really, really starting to look like a town. I know I say that quite often, but look at this. There's pathing, there's waterfalls, there's villagers, there's industry over there now, there's a tavern. I'm really proud with how this is coming about. And I think we're almost done with the cliffside itself. I'm thinking that we could probably put a blacksmith or a woodworker here to, work with the iron and the wood from the ironwood trees. But alongside that, I think we're nearly done with the actual village itself. It's been a lot of fun building on this, and we could probably focus our attention to the surrounding desert. So I think for next episode, do have plans for kind of continuing on with this iron furnace theme. I'm thinking of having a path coming out down here and building a dock here with maybe a boat to ship some of that iron from the iron furnace out to other villages out in the world. And then down here we have this kind of cool underwater cave type of feature. It obviously needs a little bit of terraforming, but I think we can use this as an iron mine where we can have some armor stands down here. We can add some iron ore to help establish hey, this is where the villagers get their iron. Another idea I had is I think we're going to put it on this side of the desert. And I'm thinking that we clear all this out and we do a traveling caravan. They pop up in the village once a month, once every other month, and they live out here and out of their wagons. And then just having a big kind of temporary market over here with a big tent or a few different tents, and these traveling merchants sell their wares. And I think that will add a lot of color and a lot more interest outside of here because, obviously it's looking a little worse for wear. So I do believe that is going to do it for today's episode. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like what you see, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. As always, we will leave it with the shaders on. If you have gotten this far, take care and thank you for watching. All right, bye-bye. Why do I always punch something at the end of these?